it'll give. Okay, so good to see everybody today. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes of your valuable time to spend it with us today. So, my name is Sharon McClellan, and I'm a family nurse practitioner by background. I used to design and implement wellness programs for corporations and individuals, and I loved what I did. Um, but I love being a mom more. And so once I had children, I was able to stay home. But I've been sharing this food first approach that you're going to hear about today for 23 years with the Juice Plus Company, and just sharing simple solutions that can make a profound difference in our health. So we are so excited that you're here with us today. And as I said earlier, we're repeating it again tonight, and you can join us at 8 and bring some friends. We would love to have you back. So I want you to think about the last time you felt like your health was really thriving, and maybe it's now. But put your favorite emoji that would describe you when you're experiencing your self thriving with your health. Just put it in the chat so we can enjoy a little bit of fun here, and y'all can watch the chat and see those cute emojis going up. And I love that. We got some hands clapping, some great things happening here. Okay, so isn't that what we want for ourselves and for the people that we love? We want to have thriving health. We want to be able to do the things that God's called us to do. And we want to have the health to be able to do that. So that's what we're really going to be talking about today. And I just want to tell you, first, we are in a situation in our country. You may or may not be aware of this, but chronic disease is on the rise, and people are getting sicker and sicker, younger and younger. And if you look at the statistics, back in 1950, 6% of the people in the United States had a chronic degenerative disease. If you look at the statistics now, 60% of our people have chronic degenerative diseases. And when you think about children's health, in 1950, 1 in 2,500 had autism, were diagnosed with autism. If you look at where we are today, it's 1 in 36 children are diagnosed with
Wow.
autism. And I don't know about y'all, but that makes me incredibly sad. And I will just say, so my kids are all grown. They grew up on Juice Plus, I'm thankful to say. My youngest daughter is 30. And about 2 weeks ago, her very best high school friend was diagnosed with breast cancer. And y'all, that just shouldn't be. And then the very next day, another close college friend was diagnosed with lymphoma, and really is fighting for her life now. So Mary Claire has three friends in her same age range within the last year who've been diagnosed with cancer. And so I am even more passionate about getting this message out now than I ever have been before, because I don't want to see 30-year-olds having to go to the infertility doctor to get their eggs retrieved so that they can have babies after their cancer treatment. I want to get this message out, and I hope that many of y'all will help us get this message out as well. So from there, we're going to look on to so what I love after that sad news is that there's really good news. So Dr. William Sears says that 75% of all chronic degenerative diseases can be prevented with a healthy diet. And we know that a healthy diet means eating lots of fruits and vegetables. And really, it's supposed to be half your plate filled with those beautiful fruits and vegetables. So, um, the truth of the matter is, though, that most of us don't get that. I know we tried and we do eat well, but to get 7 to 13 servings of fresh raw fruits and vegetables and to get the variety, the quality consistently is really, really challenging. So, um, most of us know that we're not getting what we need. So 90% of Americans turn to vitamin supplements. And what we know is that there is no science behind isolated fragmented vitamins showing that they improve our health at all or that they protect us from disease. What we really need is whole food nutrition. So that is what we're going to get to talk about today, is a simple way to get whole food nutrition into your body. And I love the fact that Juice Plus has been around for 32 years, y'all. This is a tried and proven product, and it's a very well researched. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, but it's plant-based, made with non-genetically modified ingredients. It's vegan, gluten-free, and it's certified and safe, and it's kosher. So this is the picture of what you get when you get what we call the quad in your body every single day. And so our family got started 23 years ago. And I back up just a little bit. At that point in my life, I had a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 7-year-old. We had a busy, full, really wonderful life, but I found myself overcommitted, exhausted, stressed, and depressed. I don't know if anybody's ever been there, but y'all, I was doing all the things that I had taught people to do in the way of nutrition and exercise and stress management. I was doing all the things, and I found myself depleted and really exhausted and not able to do what I needed to do for my family. So I love the way God often brings things into your life at just the perfect time. It was in that season that our eye doctor, our ophthalmologist, who was also a friend from church, shared Juice Plus with us. And he shared really two things that stood out. Number one, it's food. So if you take away anything from this call, know that Juice Plus is not a vitamin, it's whole food nutrition. And secondly, he shared that there's science. At that point, there were 8 published studies, and now there's 48 published studies. And so I looked at those studies and I thought, not only does my family desperately need this, but everybody I love deserves to hear about this. I knew that many of my friends were struggling to get this great nutrition into their kiddos, into their families. And I also had 3 people at the time who were very dear to me, still are dear to me, who were going through cancer journeys. My sister had breast cancer. She was under 40. My best friend's husband was in a clinical trial at MD Anderson. And her sister, who has become a dear friend, Sarah, had metastatic breast cancer. And so I just could not wait to tell them about this. I felt like this could give them hope and practical help. So our family got started on all the products, and very quickly we had more energy and better sleep, which that changes things up quite a bit. And I felt like I could do a lot of the things for my family that I needed and wanted to do. But then over time, because nutrition is slow, gradual change, 8 months into it, 3 of the 5 of us came off allergy medicine. My son came off asthma medicine. My picky eater began to crave fruits and vegetables, which was a huge mom win. My daughter came off prescription acne medicine. So truly, I tell people, there really is no disease process that good nutrition will not help. And so my husband, who's a financial guy, said, this is not only great for our budget or for our health, but it's also great for our budget because we were saving a lot of money on prescriptions and doctor's visits. So I just love the fact that we now have a brand new old product. So I want you to hear that because it is new. It's a new delivery system of our tried and proven capsules that have been so well researched. And y'all, I absolutely love their superfoods. I have them right here with me today. I drink one every day. I still take my capsules too, but I love the taste of the superfoods, and it's also a great way for people who are struggling with hydration to get their Juice Plus and to get, some water with it as well. And so it's got the same great benefits that our capsules have. It's just in a tasty, very fruity, yummy drink. And so there are no added sugars, and it has all the same great qualities that our capsules and gummies have. So The cost of better health, I think the cost is the best part of Juice Plus. I will tell you, my husband said, so where are you taking this out of the budget? Because you're not adding it to the budget. And so we put it into our grocery budget, and we actually looked at what foods are we buying that are not building our health so that we can then exchange that money and direct it towards something that was building our health, and that was our Juice Plus. So then after being on it over time, we actually were saving money. But the cost of the superfood is $2.92 a day, less than a designer coffee to get this great nutrition into your body. And when you think about how Juice Plus is made, I love the fact that our company is very relationship driven. We have relationships with our farmers. We know our farmers, we know their farming techniques. And so for over 30 years, we've had our sourced ingredients from the best farms. And our produce is harvested until the peak of ripeness. That is really important because, you know, what we buy in the grocery store, oftentimes it's picked green. And so the nutrient density is not there until it's vine ripened. So if it's picked green, you're not getting as much nutrition. And then it's transported. You know, sometimes we don't buy it until it's been off the vine for 2 weeks. And the longer it's off the vine, the more nutrition it loses. And so our produce is picked at that peak state of ripeness. It is then flash frozen, and it's low temperature dried and put in these yummy gummies or capsules, and now our superfood drink. So what sets us apart? I love talking about the 4 things that set Juice Plus apart from everything else out there on the market. So number 1, it's functional food. I mentioned this is a food first approach. There's a food label, not a supplement label. So it's the same as if you bought a bag of frozen broccoli at the grocery store. You see a nutrition label. Secondly, we like to say it's beyond organic. It's what we call NSF certified. And I would just say that that's a very, very important certification that you would want to have on all of the supplements that you take, because basically NSF certification means that a third party has tested the product, and what's on the label is in the product, and there's nothing in the product that's not on the label. Well, that sounds like that should be kind of a given, but no, it's not. It's not. Many times when third parties have tested supplements, there are things in the supplement that's not on the label, and there are things on the label that's not in the supplement. The other thing it's assuring is that there's no herbicides, pesticides, chemicals of any kind. So it truly is the cleanest produce that you can eat. I mentioned it's the most thoroughly researched product in the world. We're going to talk about the research a little bit more in a minute. And then 4th, we have a Healthy Starts program. So kids and young adults between ages 4 and 25 can get Juice Plus free, the fruits and vegetables, either the gummies or the capsules, with a sponsoring adult who orders Juice Plus. So if you look at what does the science show that that is unique about Juice Plus, number 1, we have over 20 studies that show that it's bioavailable. That is really, really important. What that means is that when you take Juice Plus, when you drink it, when you chew it, or when you swallow it, the important nutrients that are in Juice Plus go up in your bloodstream. And so we see vitamin C, E, beta carotene, all those levels go up into your bloodstream, and they're absorbed into your cells, and they begin to do amazing things for your health and for your body. And so some of those important things are, it supports the immune system. We know there's 4 different immune system studies, and we know that when you take Juice Plus, you get sick less often. When you do get sick, it's shorter and milder. The other very important immune study is on autoimmune disease. We know that when you take Juice Plus, it actually balances the immune system. So people with autoimmune disease get better. And we see that time and time again. Autoimmune disease is on the rise, y'all. It's one of the largest, quickest growing disease processes. Secondly, it also reduces oxidative stress, and then it reduces inflammation. If you can reduce those two things, oxidative stress and inflammation, you can reduce your risk for essentially every chronic degenerative disease out there. So I love knowing that our inflammation is reduced and our oxidative stress is reduced. It also protects our DNA. It also improves key cognitive processes. And this is super important to me. I have two parents, both of which had cognitive decline in their late 80s, but y'all, I don't want to get that at any age, and most of us don't. And so protecting our brain health is super important. And brain disease is on the rise, y'all. It is soon going to overtake heart disease as the #1 killer. So we really want to protect the health of our brains. It also supports healthy skin. And I love to tell a group of women, and I know Curtis is on here too, but you'll probably enjoy this as well. So they did a study on skin health. And my good friend Mimi, who is unable to join us at the last minute, she was going to be on this call as well, but she had a last minute situation arise. And so what we know about with our skin health is that it improves microcirculation to the skin by 39%. That's huge, y'all. That means that all of these nutrients are getting to the cells of the skin. It also improves skin density, and there are fewer fine lines and wrinkles. It improves skin hydration. So I don't know about y'all, but that makes me really, really happy. And so it also improves dental health. My dentist recommends Juice Plus. It improves periodontal pocket depth, which is an indication of periodontal disease, which you don't want. The mouth is kind of the picture into our health. And so my dentist, her family's been on Juice Plus for 20 years. Her daughter now recommends Juice Plus too, and she recommends it to all of her patients. It also supports cardiovascular health. It reduces cholesterol, reduces blood pressure, improves cardiovascular health, supports healthy lung function, supports metabolic health. It also supports gut health, which, now they say the gut is really like our second brain. 95% of our serotonin is made in the gut. So if you can improve your gut health, then you are improving your health overall. And we know that there's a study specific to gut health using the Juice Plus Superfood capsules, as well as our Healthy Shakes Complete. And you can ask the person who invited you to share more about that. The other really important thing that the quad does, and I mentioned the omegas, we have an omega that is plant-based. We get our omega-3s from the algae. We skip the fish, and we have an omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So it is a full spectrum omega, and it's important, y'all, because not only is omega-3 important, but the other omegas are equally as important for your health. We know that when you take our Juice Plus plant-based omega, it raises your omega index to the optimal range. And you really want that, y'all, because with an omega-3 that is below optimal, you're 30% greater risk for all-cause mortality. So you really want your omega-3s to be in that healthy level. And who is eating 3 to 4 servings of fish every day? Or not every day, but every week. I know that we don't do that. The other thing about our clinical research, y'all, is that our studies are done on humans, published in peer-reviewed medical journals of the highest quality. The Journal of American College of Cardiology being one, the major journal for dermatology, also the Journal of Pediatrics. And it's the highest standard of study, double-blind, randomized, placebo control, which is called gold standard. And I wanted to just share also that if you fast forward and you look at our family's health, this just shows you about the difference that, Juice Plus is often the catalyst. It helps people make additional changes. You get started with something healthy for your nutrition. You often drink more water then, you sleep more, you hear a little bit more about working out and movement. And so we really emphasize all those things in our healthy community. I'm happy to say that looking at our family now, I have young adults and all of them continue to take and share Juice Plus. All of their kiddos are on Juice Plus. We have 7 grandchildren who love their Juice Plus. They beg for it. And we've got my daughter-in-law is pregnant with our 8th grandbaby, and she uses it for her prenatal. My daughter and daughter-in-law have used it for their prenatal with every single one of their pregnancies. It's the best prenatal that you could hope to find, because remember, all of that great nutrition is bioavailable, so you're getting all of those great nutrients. So as I mentioned, the Healthy Starts is something that our founder, Jay Martin, came up with 20 years ago. I love his heart to make Juice Plus affordable for families. And now 4 million people have been impacted by the Healthy Starts program. And so our children saw all these changes, and I'm going to hand this over to my beautiful young friend, Emily, who is a mom of 3, and I just adore her like a daughter. She's amazing, and I just can't wait for you to hear from her. So, Emily, I'll let you.
Thank you, Miss Sharon. So, as she mentioned, I was a product of the Healthy Starts for Families program. I actually started Juice Plus 10 years ago, all because I wanted my mom to be on it. So, I signed up my mom and I made myself the free child so we could try it together. And now we've all been taking it for literally a decade. And I often say to myself, I don't know where our health would be if we hadn't done that. And as my parents age, I am so grateful that they have literally been having this for 10 years as they creep up into their 70s. But now, as a mom, I kind of feel like I have superpowers because my kids love fruits and vegetables and they get a wide variety every single day. I'm actually still on the Healthy Start slide, but in case they want to see the statistics, sorry. Because whether they walk up and ask for gummies or they want me to blend them up a shake, or now they like to drink my superfood and they call it their rainbow juice. Um, I have such peace of mind that they're eating the rainbow every day. And the statistics here, my kids live these statistics. We do not go to the doctor for sick visits. My doctor doesn't really know who we are. When we come in for well visits, she's kind of like, who are you again? Do you go somewhere else? I'm like, no, we literally haven't needed a medication. And my kids are 5 and my twins are 2, which is amazing. And I don't take that for granted. I also don't have picky eaters, but we do not have perfect eaters either. And that's what's nice is even on our worst days when it's pizza or chicken nuggets, I have this peace of mind that they're getting everything. So kids get it for free if mom and dad or aunt, uncle, or grandma wants to try it. And to help you build that habit, we're going to have a little mini reset in the beginning of May. So just for 10 days, we're going to drink superfood every day and hydrate half our body weight in water. And we're going to move for at least 10 minutes a day. I've done the full reset and I recommend it as well. You can talk to the person who invited you about it, but I believe that these 3 things were the main reason why I felt amazing after those 25 days. So it's nice to just start small and get into the habit of drinking superfood every day or take the capsules. And we would love to give you a taste of the community if you join us for the mini reset. I'm going to share my story really quick as we wrap up here. But when I first started Juice Plus, I didn't expect anything to happen because I thought I was already healthy. But soon after taking it daily, my acne cleared up. And as a 21-year-old, that was very fantastic. And I stopped catching colds and coughs from the dance studio. I was a dance and fitness instructor. After the year point, I noticed I finally had clear muscle definition, which was something I had never been able to do despite years of training because I lacked the micronutrition I needed to build strength. When I learned an apple alone has over 500 naturally occurring nutrients in it, and Juice Plus has an apple plus 29 other whole foods, I knew one thing: every single person needs this. So I kept learning. I kept feeling better. I hadn't been sick in over a year, and I started sharing because it was just coming up in conversation all the time. So fast forward to 2019, when I wanted to start my family, I used Juice Plus as my sole prenatal support. But I was glad that I started several years earlier to lay that foundation for our fertility journey. And Juice Plus helped me conceive, carry, and deliver my daughter, Audrey, and then my twin boys, James and John Paul. all were born strong and healthy, and my twins didn't have to go to the NICU. I didn't have any complications with my twin pregnancy, and that's incredibly rare. And I know that that's not everyone's story, which is why every morning I ask God, who is praying for these solutions that I have. I've held hands with friends through infertility, miscarriage, children being diagnosed with illness. And it's nice to not just say, I'm pray for you. And I also have something to offer you that could help you, help your health through the crisis, and also that financial support if you need it. I've worked at studios, I've worked corporate, including Capital One. I've been laid off by someone who made a decision in a boardroom, and I've watched a startup vanish overnight when a founder walked away. And I've literally lived that instability. And I have found the opposite in the Juice Plus company. It's been around for over 50 years. As Sharon said, the capsules are 32. I'm turning 32 this year. That's so amazing. And the 48 studies that she shared make it the most thoroughly researched nutritional product on the market in the world. And so a trendy company that pops up overnight with a new product can't compete with our legacy. The business model is not a pyramid. It's sustainable, flexible, and fair. There are no quotas, no overhead, no pressure, just a chance to grow something real and be rewarded generously. All promotions are permanent. You don't go backwards, even if you need to take a break. And you don't just join a team, you really join a family. The woman who opened this call has literally prayed with me through many seasons of my life. And now she works alongside me, help me meet my goals as our family makes our mortgage payment each month. And she knows that we want to send our kids to private school. So she helps us make that possible through Juice Plus. So when I said yes to this, I thought I was saying yes to something fun. I didn't know it would end up, excuse me, being a lifeline in our life's most unexpected times, whether it was a health crisis, a financial crisis, or a spiritual crisis, because they all come up. This job lets me prioritize my family and be there for every moment, which has always been important to John and I. And of course, work with people I love. We get to give ourselves a raise every month, which is just a fun thing to do. And it's more than just a product and a partnership, it's the joy of a lifetime. So today you've unlocked 3 new superpowers that can be yours starting now. That's the power of plants and superfoods, the lifeline of our mission-hearted community, and a flexible way to create income and impact. So if anything struck a chord today, you get to choose your next step. And you can get started in one of 2 ways. You can become a customer and nourish your body with the best of what nature offers. Or you can join in as a partner. And this slide is showing that there's really never been a better time to join our team, because if 5 people came to your mind when Sharon and I were talking and you share superfood with them, you can literally have $800 more in your pocket by the end of this month, which is nice. It's more than just pizza money there. Like that could really help somebody make a car payment or their house payment or go on a vacation. So whatever you choose, we're here for you, and we can't wait to walk alongside you. I really appreciate you guys joining today, and we'll stop the recording because we have a special offer for you, and we'll take